Hello and welcome back to Amber and Cass Keeping It Real. I'm Amber.
And I'm Cass.
And welcome, like I said. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little chit chat, girl talk, however you want to call it, where we're just going to talk about things that are on our minds, maybe some things that are currently going on in the world. And we just want to bring you guys along. So, grab cup of coffee like I have, or some tea or some water or whatever you're sipping on, and come along with us. So I can start it off. Well, yeah. I remember I was telling you that I just don't understand when you're out and about with your kids, or, why do people feel the need to ask you if that's your kid before they give you a compliment? I just feel like if you want to give someone a compliment, just say, wow, your kid is cute, or how old are they, or whatever question you wanted to ask, because most likely, even if I am the grandma, the nanny, whoever you think I might be, the random friend that's watching the kid, I'm probably going to know, and I'm going to take the compliment for the family, so I just don't think you need to preface, is that your kid, before you come with, oh, he's so cute, or she's so cute, or how old are they, because it's kind of like, why do you need to know if that's my kid or not? Even if we look different, our kids sometimes look different. Sometimes they look like their dad, sometimes they look like their mom. You never know, there's adoption, there's surrogacy, there's all types of things, so I just find that to be like a weird question that I've been getting asked like more and more since I've been going out more with my kids.
And I feel like, I mean, I don't want to be that person, but I want to know if it happens to the kids, if they are with, like, we both have mixed children.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have mixed children. It happens to me a lot too. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
Is that your son? Oh, like, his hair is so curly though. Like, that's been said to me before. And I'm just like, okay, well, I have naturally curly hair too. Like,
why do you need to know your DNA of your hair type? Like,
yeah. So I'm wondering if it happens to, like, if the kid is white and the parent is white, or if the kid is Asian and the parent is Asian, or if the kid is African American and the parent is African American. Like, does it happen to, like, the same, like, because they look the same, or is it just because our kids are mixed and they're like confused as if they've never seen a multicultural kid before? Like, it's 2021, guys. Like,
get with the times. Okay. Yeah. I feel too. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, if this happens to you, what your experience is, how you feel. But yeah, I just think that maybe a statement out there for the people that are going for that question. If you want to start a conversation with us, just give the compliment. Just say what you want to say. If you want to compliment their clothes, their hair, their shoes, or whatever, just say they're cute. That's cute. What they're wearing is cute. They have, whatever. You don't need to, know all the details, so that's my first thing.
You gave a good example before.
Yeah.
You gave the example before, like, oh, if someone gives you a compliment on your shoes, they're not going to ask, are those your shoes?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, on your feet.
If you do your hair pretty, that's your hair? Is that, it's like, if you look nice, you did your makeup nice today, I'm just going to say, wow, you look beautiful. I'm not going to be like, are those your lashes? Is that your, are those your real lips? Like, I don't need to know all
that. Has actually... That happens a lot though, especially nowadays. Like, oh, are those your lashes? Like, where did you get them? Not to me, but like just in general.
Yeah.
Because lash extensions are happening and like.
Okay, I get that, because you want, this person might want to go get an appointment. And they want to know, they want to get the hookup. So I get that, but like.
Well, though, like, personally, I don't know if I would even feel comfortable like saying, are those your even just lashes? Like, I don't know if I could just lashes, let alone like, is that your kid?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
Girl.
Yeah. What's been going on with you?
Well, I just have Nature's birthday coming up, so, and we're gonna celebrate in New York. Okay. Jerry's mom, she has the space. She has a house there. So, and it's easy for my mom too. She's on the East Coast, so it's easy. It's an easier flight for her. It's 2 hours versus 6.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So we're just going to go out there, have his birthday. I'm like debating on like how big I want the birthday to be. Like I want kids to be there to be able to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Then with kids come parents, and then the parent might like invite like a friend and not like say anything. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
I know what you mean.
so I don't know. I have to kind of just like word the invitation like, you know, people understand by now it's COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's kind of like stressing me out a little bit because I don't want to have to like
Kick somebody
have this
out.
birthday and then be like, too many people, bye. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm gonna hit up one of my friends. She planned his first birthday party actually. Shout out
Okay.
to you, Kelly, if you're watching this. I don't know how she enjoys planning parties. I
Yeah.
can't even come up with a theme at this point. Like, so yeah, I'm just gonna
You
have
did a
to.
good job though for the second birthday with the Toy Story. That was so cute.
It was so easy because he was so obsessed with Toy Story.
Yeah.
You know, the older they get, it's like, oh, garbage trucks, but then I want construction, and then I like
Yeah.
cars, and then motorcycles. It's like,
Overwhelming.
you know,
Yeah.
and like, yeah. And as a parent, you don't want to disappoint. Like,
Yeah.
what if we do like this whole entire like garbage truck theme, and then he's like, "Where's the excavator?" You know what I mean? Like, not that I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
he's only
wouldn't
going to be
care. He
3,
wouldn't. He
so
would love anything and everything and just, hanging out with you guys and the family and whatever. But I hear you because right after your son's birthday is my son's birthday, and I'm doing the same. Like, I'm doing this debate on whether to have a party or just go to Disneyland, and I'm going to leave it up to him to decide, like, okay, do you want to have a party where we just bring a few of your friends, just like you said, not too many, like not like in the past where we would invite all of their friends and everyone's welcome because the more the merrier. Now it's more like, okay, just maybe a couple, and then who's really going to want to come because we are in the still in the days, even though vaccinations and all that things are opening up and numbers are lowering. I think people are still on the cautious side, which is good, right? We still want to be cautious, but I thought, okay, maybe we should just do a what do you call it? Go to Disneyland, So I'm leaving it up to him. Hopefully he'll say he wants to go to Disneyland and we will just do that. Yeah.
I mean, Disney will be so much fun for him, especially at that age, And I believe they're still, aren't they? No, I think after June 15th, they're going to be like full capacity.
Yeah, which is perfect because my mom and my aunt, and they all want to go. So, I haven't been in years and he's never been, so it'll be good. Yeah, what else is going
on?
I did want to talk about one thing with like, there was someone I followed and they were just like talking about like becoming a mom, and going from, they liked it like how it started to like today with them being a mom, And I was thinking the same thing, how you go from like one day just taking care of yourself, worrying about yourself, to literally for the rest of your life, pretty much. And for how long how old your kid is, to basically taking care of another human being. Because if you think about it, most of our lives, we just had to worry about ourselves, like, and sometimes we wouldn't feed ourselves, you know what I mean? We weren't taking care of ourselves. And then you go from that to just like being a caretaker, like the 24/7 caretaker, for years, and I just think that there's something to be said about how that like changes you as a person, and how you kind of have to relinquish yourself and then almost, you become just a caretaker, and sometimes it's hard to pull out of the caretaker and back into yourself. But I just think that it's like overnight, it happens overnight. You go from only you to basically no more and all about someone else, which I think it's a crazy trip, and there's not enough said about that transition, because it's not a transition.
Yeah.
It's not. It's 1 minute into the next minute.
Yeah, you're like on a completely different level.
Yeah.
And like you said, like we barely take care of ourselves, before we're go to work. We might have breakfast, we might not. Like, what is 3 meals a day? Like, what? I need to feed you breakfast, lunch, dinner, and some snacks. Like, I haven't done that in like 20 years. I have to take you outside to get like some sunlight.
Yeah.
What? I'm a homebody. Like I love being at home, you know. It
Mm-hmm.
is. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard. And it's sometimes I still look at him and I'm just like, wow. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like keep you alive,
Yeah.
you know? It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anything else on
Whew,
your mind?
yeah. I mean, there's a lot on my mind at all
Mm-hmm.
times. What do I
So
want to
this
share?
video would be like 5 hours long.
Yeah. I think recently, like, I've been really trying to like stay away from the news because it just it doesn't do much for me. You know, it's good to be informed and it's good to know what's going on, but I've learned that you can't really trust, you know, the news all that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure everyone at this point, and if you don't know, Texas has passed a law that you cannot get an abortion after 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
which to me is really, really crazy. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, why are we still focused on a woman's body? You know, like,
Yeah.
and if you look at the people who passed this bill, 99% of them are men.
Mm-hmm.
There's like three females in there who should totally be ashamed of themselves at this
Mm-hmm.
point. I don't know, it's just been like really heavy on my mind. I've never had an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Like, if you want to have an abortion, I feel like that's your prerogative. I feel like it's going to cause so much more damage.
Yeah.
They're gonna go like these women and young girls
Mm-hmm.
that are not ready to be mothers or who were forced to be a mother,
Yeah.
you know, they're gonna go to these, like back in the day, backyard alleys and go have this abortion on someone's kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I know it's very, very graphic and it's a lot. I'll probably put a warning for this video, but it's true. And that's where the women, you know, either get seriously hurt or they end up dying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand how we go from progressing to regressing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I made like an Instagram post and a Facebook post, and I mean, what can I do? Whatever. But it was just something I had to like get off of my mind. It's just like, we're over here funding this war in the Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
who I'm not choosing a side. I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on. You know, what I
Yeah.
read on the internet is there. I don't know what's true, what's false.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we're sending money to a country that is literally bombing another country. And I believe there have been like 60 children who have died. So it's like, what, we're gonna bomb a country and kill their children, but yet over here we're saying that a heartbeat at 6 weeks is like an alive kid, you know,
Mm-hmm.
baby, fetus is
They
the
can't
correct
be
term.
harmed.
But they can't be touched because it's living, which I understand. Like, yeah, the emotional aspect of an abortion is hard. That's a hard decision, but
Yeah.
it should be a decision that we as women should be able to make for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's you could tell I'm like getting very passionate about this. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's so insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Our country, literally, I think it's like 30% of the people still believe that Donald Trump is the president of the United States. We can't even get past that,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
We can't even come to an agreement on who runs our country, but we have time to sit and discuss a woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get it. I
Yeah.
really don't understand. Like,
I don't get
and
it
then
either.
most
And it's
women,
Texas, right? That's who's passing that law, right?
it's this, and I
Yeah.
believe Georgia passed something last summer.
Okay.
I don't know if it like completely went through. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't remember, but I think they were like trying to like do something similar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I
I
feel like
think we should
Texas,
definitely have a choice on what happens to our bodies as
I
women,
agree.
as humans. It's a human
Yeah.
right.
I feel like Texas does a lot of the time. It does those like weird, or it passes a lot of things that maybe aren't progressive. They kind of go like backwards a lot of the time instead of thinking of, the future and like you said, thinking of women and like women's rights. Like we've come so far, but then it's almost like they want to pull it back, and in that case, that's what they're doing. They're like, okay, we want to have control over women's bodies, when it should be like to each person their own. Everyone should have their own personal choice. And it shouldn't be, like you said, where now these women are having to go and possibly even be taken advantage of even more, right? Because if they're going to a back alley, or if they're going to some like, horrible place where that's the only place that they can get something done, then what if they die? What if they become mangled, beyond ever carrying a child? What if they were taken advantage of in the first place, and now once they have control to maybe get help, they can't get the help? And like people were saying,
Right.
at 6 weeks, a lot of times that's when people are just finding out that they're pregnant, and by the time you find out, you're already 6 weeks. So it's like, and it's too late, to do anything, which is awful in Texas, And so I totally hear you. I think it's awful. And I think that there should be something done. But, in Texas, I do nothing against Texas. I've actually never been there, and I don't have anything against them. But sometimes when I'm hearing these stories coming out of Texas, I get pretty shocked. And like, there's another recent one where they were trying to pass a law where you don't need to have, in Texas, you don't need to have a license. You don't need to have like any verification. You can just buy a gun. So you don't need to have any training, no license. Just pretty much you should just be able to buy it and carry it without anything else. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, how many people have to be killed and murdered, for them to realize that, that the laws shouldn't become looser, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not respect. They shouldn't, but I'm like, okay, you know what, Texas, you guys, I don't know about going to Texas. Like, I'm not really sure after hearing all these things, nothing against Texas. I've always wanted to go, but I don't know after I'm hearing all these things coming out of there, so.
Listen, I'm just going to say it. The only good thing that came from Texas is Beyonce herself.
I know. You're going to I knew you were gonna say.
I have friends from Texas. Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I love people from Texas, and they seem nice. It just seems like they're in the lawmaking section where they're just doing some interesting things down there. Yeah. So yeah, but I totally feel your passion, and as a woman, and as a woman that wants to uplift women, that you are that woman. I get why, when people are now, more laws are being against making your own personal choices, why you should be upset, why more people should be upset about their choices being taken away, because that's just not right, at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, I think that, that was a good chit chat. And, if you guys have anything that you want to chat with us about or correct us on, please do, because we love to hear it. And anything you want us to chat about, we will do that as well. But
please give us some ideas.
What'd you say?
I said, please give us some ideas. We love to hear them.
Yes, give us ideas. We will film them. We'll tag you in it. We'll call you.
We will add you in.
Okay. But thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye.